I mean, we are in the presence of a celebrity right now. This is
We
like
are.
She did the Super Bowl commercial with Bill Murray and Jeep.
that's it right there.
This is it. This is the one that started it all.
You planned that.
No, I did it, but yeah, that's cool.
Could we be in line for something funny to come out of the mouth?
Just might happen. What a little cute.
She's the best.
Everyone deserves to feel their best. Everyone deserves to move their best and not have pain.
I'm a little upset that Ben got like 2 inches taller because he's already tall, dark, and handsome enough.
Culture is something we think about like all the time at Strookies. You know, we're all coming from different cultures.
Our comments have exploded
Through the roof.
So there you go. Here we are,
Good afternoon.
Monday, the 25th
Of September.
of September. That's right. Hope you're enjoying your fall. We have fall decor behind us. We just had Country Peddler, Michelle, our fantastic friend and contact. She does Country Peddler Home Decor. I forget the exact website. We'll get that right next time. Sorry, Michelle. Giving you a shout out, though. But she does all the decor in our store. That rhymes.
It does.
It's now also priced accordingly.
Right.
And so if you happen to be a Gardener's customer and you happen to be stopping in and you happen to say, wow, I really like how that looks,
I want that.
you can take it home.
Yes, you can. Yeah.
So that's pretty cool. It's pumpkin spice season.
You know,
This weekend was very much a pumpkin spice
the
weekend.
weather changed. It was like I think last weekend was like perfect. This weekend was like, you know, the green is going to, you know, starting to turn to like, I mean, the colors are great, right? But, you know, there's going to be a bunch of sticks around and mud puddles from the weekend. And like all the summer people are like super sad that it's now fall.
Mm-hmm.
And all the fall people are like, fall is here. Let's get the pumpkin spice.
Mhm.
And, you know, the Halloween decorations out and of course everything else that fall brings. So
Yep.
you've got a mix of emotions.
It is.
A lot of people that are upset, a lot of people that are happy.
Our pumpkin spice mattress collection is on the way.
That's true. Yes.
So we'll have that next week. For everybody that likes pumpkin spice, you can now sleep ensconced in pumpkin
just
spice.
whips right up.
Mhm.
Yep. Moving on.
You blew it. You laughed.
Well, I always laugh.
We were supposed to have people believe that pumpkin spice mattresses were coming. Anyhow, if you like what we're throwing down, you like the show, you like two guys at a mattress store who really love their community, looking to prop it up, shine light on great charities, great people doing great things for our community, you're in the right spot. Watching the show Lancaster Connects, which you can catch on LinkedIn, YouTube, Facebook. Every Monday at 2 o'clock, we live stream it. If you can't be glued to a screen during work hours or during your Monday, you can pick it up on audio on all the major players. So just search Lancaster Connects and it'll come up. We'll be on there.
All the past episodes, we're on episode 112, I believe.
Yes.
A bunch of episodes. All the past episodes with all our great past guests are on LancasterConnects.com/episodes.
So it would be so cool if somebody binge watched Lancaster
Just
Connects.
out there all weekend, like
they
this
do,
past weekend,
right, like Lord of the
rainy weather.
Rings
Yeah,
or
yeah.
Game of Thrones or One Tree Hill.
So,
you
like
know,
you're going to work the next day and
Friends.
somebody asks, like, what did you do? And they're
I
like,
binge-
I binge watched Lancaster Connects.
Be fantastic. I don't know, like if you could prove that, we might get you a prize in
Like,
some fashion.
Fan of the year. Episode watcher of the year.
It's 111 hours thereabouts. And then there's others. There's
That's
like
true.
what's it called on like deep cuts
Yes.
on a there's like in music there's like the unreleased B-side.
Oh, yeah.
From the pre days. So there's actually more. I mean, you could probably wrap up like 3 weeks worth at 40 hours a week of binge watching us, which would be fantastic.
It would be.
I think your life would be enriched. Great.
I agree. There we go.
4.6.
That's quick math. I love it.
Love it. Thank you, Chris. Chris is our producer from Cast Ahead. So if you ever need anything podcast related, he is utterly fantastic. His contact information is also with every show as well. And without too much further ado, we won't get into all the football talk because it is that time to bring our guest on. But I will say I'm feeling pretty good as an Eagles fan right now.
All right. Well, 2-0.
We'll check in next week and see
Yeah,
if we
right,
feel good.
Right.
Without too much further ado, Karen King, welcome to the show.
Hello. Thanks for having me.
You're welcome. You're welcome. We appreciate you taking the time out of your day where you work at Fulton Bank, which is local bank here, regional bank to Lancaster County, kind of one of those born and bred businesses here. And you are a senior internal auditor there. So what does that mean?
Yeah. So essentially, we internally audit the bank. We go through departments and we have walkthroughs and ask questions to make sure that processes are in line with compliance with the OCC. It's very detailed, lots of reports, but we make sure that the bank is up to date and stays compliant.
All the dimes are stacked appropriately in the tray. All core deposit only's got in the right account, all that good stuff, right?
So we make sure there's controls. We make sure that just everyone's doing what they need to do. Yeah, kind of like
because
an
money's serious
investigator.
business.
It is serious business. So yeah, we're like the investigators of the bank, I guess you can say. That's
Very
just
good.
put it in layman's terms.
Very good.
Yeah.
And as fun as it might be to throw down about what you do at Fulton Bank each and every day, it's not why we're here.
No.
Today we're here to talk about SCORE.
Yes.
You were invited by SCORE to present at their Professional Women's Network event next month.
Yes.
And so before we get into that, you work at Fulton Bank, which is kind of a Lancaster County institution. How long have you called Lancaster home?
So I've been in Lancaster now for 17 years. I moved back in 2006 to the Millersville area. Since then, I've been in Smoketown. I've lived in the city, and now I live in Lidditz, and I've been here for 11 years.
That's cool. You said you came back to the area? Did you like grow up in Lancaster and leave and come back?
No. So I was I was raised in Berks County. So 45 minutes from here. Yeah. So originally from Berks County, graduated from Reading High. Go Red Knights. And moved up here to go to Millersville. And
cool.
That's part of my journey. That's part of our talk a little bit, that transition of you had a goal, but you didn't, some setbacks. So originally came to Millersville, but ended up working here a while and went back to school. And that's where I landed at Penn State. And
very cool.
Yeah.
Very cool. I'm a Millersville grad myself, so go Marauders, right?
Yeah.
So what one word would you use to describe either Lancaster County or the Lidditz community where you live?
So I would say in general, Lancaster, the first word that popped up was dynamic. I think Lancaster is ever changing, ever moving. There's positivity. There's people that they're not afraid to challenge the status quo. There's so much opportunity here, so many new businesses developing, so many entrepreneurs envisioning and growing things. It's a hopping town. So I would have to say dynamic for sure.
I like that word.
It's a great word.
It is. It really is.
We've asked this question of a lot of different people, and I don't think we've heard the word dynamic before. That's very cool. Very cool.
Way to go. We're off to a great start. Off to a great
You get
start.
2 points. 2 points.
Yep.
So Jeff mentioned the SCORE Professional Women's Network event on October 12th that you've been invited by SCORE to speak at.
Yes.
Can you first tell us a little bit about the Professional Women's Network and what it is and why it exists?
Yes. So with SCORE, their goal is to empower and provide opportunities for women in small business. So they're there to provide professional development, mentorship. They're there to be a voice of reason, to support you emotionally and through your journey. So it's a great program. And they're always coming out with different events. This event specifically, people requested. Most of the time, entrepreneurs come to them asking them, "Hey, I have an idea. I have this passion, but I don't know what to do next with it." And so this was an answer to, that ask.
So why Karen King? Why did SCORE pick you to have this discussion with the Professional Women's Network?
Yeah, so I met Beverly, who is a mentor for the program, and I had spoken about this very topic at another women's event, and she left like feeling like, hey, I think this would be a great topic to bring to our women's network. So yeah, that event was through the chamber then. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. We had Beverly on a show
Yes.
a couple months ago. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. She's great.
Yep. Yeah. And the Lancaster County Chamber is also a powerhouse.
Yes, they are.
In the area. And really, I think has been recognized, if my memory serves me correct, as one of the top, if not number one chamber in the nation.
Oh, wow.
But I know it's been recognized like in a top 10, top 25 type thing. They at one point had whoever Eagles fan thought was going to be our franchise quarterback, Carson Wentz. That's
Remember
now
that.
kind of a curse word. But either way, it was fun at the moment. Nothing against the chamber, of course. Lancaster Chamber is always doing good things. They can't help when somebody goes sideways. And sideways he went for sure. Anyway, now we love Jalen Hurts, who's our quarterback. I know you're not big into sports, but it's fall and I can't help it. I can't
watch
help
basketball,
myself.
but it's not basketball season yet. So
It's close. It's close. We're like a month away. Training camp starts next week.
yeah, we're getting there.
So you're a Reading grad. Did you know Lonnie Anderson?
No, I'm sorry.
Yeah. Or no, Lonnie Walker.
Lonnie Walker. Yeah, I was going to say.
Not
yeah.
Lonnie Anderson.
Yeah.
Where did I get Anderson
I
from?
don't know.
Must be a football player. Yeah, Lonnie Walker is a grad and
Current NBA
Reading
player.
Reading High, an NBA player. And
I don't know where, though.
yeah, I just wasn't sure if maybe you knew him, graduated in and about that time. Either way, last I heard he was with the Lakers.
Yeah.
He was with the Spurs for a long time and then was playing with the Lakers. So anyhow, back to empowering the women through your event there at SCORE. So tell us about what you're going to be talking about.
Yeah.
And why the SCORE folks love that message so much. So
the event is really designed to help you reach and achieve your goals. In combination, there is a big emphasis on habits and systems. And so one of the questions that I'll be working through to start with is, who do you want to be? What do you want to stand for? What is it what kind of impact do you want to have in the community? And this can be as an entrepreneur, this can be your business, this can be as an individual, but really it's that why, that who. Once you have that, and I know these are like big questions, and one way to help narrow down that big that big idea would be to work backwards sometimes. So if you don't know who you want to become, so what is it that you want to achieve then? And then from that point, you can say, what actions does that person that achieves that thing, what do they have? And so that's when the systems and the habits go into play, and you can curate your life to help you move in that direction. So the goal is to give you the direction, right? But the habits and the system, it's what's going to keep you there, and it's what's going to create change in your life.
Fantastic. I like that message.
Great.
Because I think what ends up happening so much is you get, if you go way back when I was in school, when you were in school.
A long time ago.
You took that test that said, oh, you're going to be a garbage man.
Yeah.
Or, you could be in, warehousing and logistics and, whatever. And that's the path you're put on. And so much about our upbringing, I think, almost kind of frames people. And it sounds like you're talking about breaking
Yes.
that box, if you will, right?
Yeah.
Breaking
Yeah,
that preconceived notion of where everybody should kind of fit.
Yeah. And I think when we're setting these goals and we don't have that purpose, value, that's driving us, sometimes we can actually achieve the goal, right, that we want. So we get a want-based goal accomplished, but then we fall right back to the old mindset. So there was really no substance behind the change. It was just temporary. And so if you're saying you want to change and you want to become something different, you want to do something different, you want to grow differently, then it has to come from within. It has to be, who you are and the person you want to become, or how you want your company to grow or expand.
Yeah.
The strategies that you're going to share, are these strategies that you've developed for yourself first and then realized, hey, I could teach others how to do what I've learned how to do? How did they come about?
That's a really good question.
I know.
So I have here a book called Atomic Habits by James Clear. A lot of these ideas and what essentially gave me this passion for change came from the book. And he really focuses, he's saying goals are great, right? But it's the system that's going to get you there. And so, for me, I loved picking up that book versus other books because I felt like I could immediately change something. So if I'm saying I want to become the person who is a writer, right? I just want to write for a living. So my habit or my identity could be, become the person that never misses a day of writing. And that could look like something small as writing a paragraph a day, but building and being consistent with that is really important. It's those small wins that compound and lead to great transformation. Your little 1%, that 1% is a lot more than somebody doing 0. So, be okay with those small changes and they will grow. Consistency will make them grow.
Yeah. I love that share. I have that book at home as well. I like it very much. It's a great book. I think it ebbs and flows in entrepreneur circles. It's kind of funny. It's either James is promoting something else, so that book comes out of the woodwork again, or it's got spoke about on somebody's podcast or show. It comes out, and your comment of doing 1% better in writing is really appropriate. I know some friends of mine, and I've even done this, where I've actually practiced handwriting old sales letters, like from the great direct marketers and direct response marketers, where you don't literally have to create anything new. You're just reading and taking in stuff of inspiration, but you're putting it through your eyeballs, through your mind, all the way down the motor function to your hand. So you don't have, I love that you touched on that, because I think so many people, they try to climb a mountain in one step.
Yes.
It just takes a little step. You don't even have to reinvent the step. Just got to be a step forward.
Yep. Consistency.
Karen, are you able to share, maybe give us a little sneak preview of some of the strategies you're going to share on October 12th?
Yeah. So,
don't give away too much. Don't give away too much.
Yeah, because we want people to get tickets and go to the event.
So, like I said, that's the big question is asking the who, the why, the purpose, right? And then once you have that, that's when you're focused on those habits, right? And so there's good habits, there's bad habits. I mean, it really just depends on what you want to accomplish. And so we'll look to see, how do we actually create habits that are going to last. So there's a science behind that. And then we'll look to, how do we get rid of the bad habits that are not serving us, that are actually casting a vote for against our identity and the person we want to become. And so that habit loop that we get into, if you've read the book, you know what I'm talking about. There's a habit loop that you get into that there's some key steps or tips that can help you pull you out of that, especially when you're in the beginning of getting into a habit that you don't want to do.
Is the seminar like interactive in any way? Are you helping the attendees build these habits kind of with you in a way, or what can they walk away with?
So yeah, so at the event, I'll have there'll be tools there for you to walk through. Like, it's going to be very engaging. So there'll be some time. I'll be setting time throughout the event to just slow down and take the time to think. And I'll give you some ideas, because sometimes you walk into these you're trying to come up with your purpose. What does that even mean? So like, having some tools to help you. Okay, here's some questions you can start to ask. Here's some, here are the things that you've done in the past that brought you joy. Here are some of the things that you really lose yourself in. And along with the habits, going through your day and, setting. So we're going to set some time aside to really walk through what our day looks like and see, am I really casting a vote for that person I want to become? Or am I casting a vote for that other thing? So really taking the time. Honestly, the hardest piece to this is to start and take the time, because a lot of what we do is we talk about what we're going to do and we talk about who we want to become, but there's no action. And that action is the first step. So we will be hands-on working through your first step.
So not just talking the talk, but walking the walk, right?
Yes.
Yeah, you've been describing this as people who will attend getting a lot of how, which is great, because there's some events where you get the what and the why, the what it is of things and why you should do them.
Yeah.
But then on the back end of that, some of these events you can go to is you're sold on the next step, the how, the implementation, the action. Sounds like this is kind of opposite. You're going to be working on the how, getting into the the meat and potatoes of it, the nitty gritty of it, the work to do it. Now, is this I'm sorry if you mentioned the times. So this is October 12th, from when to when, and where?
So this is October 12th from 6. Is it 6:30 or 6? I'm so sorry.
I think Chris had it on the screen earlier.
It's at the Lancaster Chamber. It's from 6 to 8.
6 to 8.
Yep, from 6 to 8 at the Lancaster Chamber.
Yep.
In downtown Lancaster.
Oh yeah, 115 East King Street. Yep.
Very good. So it sounds like you're going to be getting down to work, and so you've spent some time here in the county. You're have a senior position at Fulton Bank, so obviously you're not just a theorist. You're somebody who's put this into application for yourself. So walk through some of what you're going to teach and show and how it's applied to your career.
So for me, and I touched on that a little bit, my intention when I came to Lancaster was I was shooting for the stars. I went to Millersville and I was like, I'm going to get my bachelor's and I'm going to do all these things. And setbacks came life came, and I was like, I am not ready for this. And so I worked a lot of that first part of my time here, and I ended up having a family, having children, buying a house. And so I entered the school scene for higher education non-traditionally. I mean, I had children, I was working. And so when I picked up this book, it gave me um it helped to create those systems in place to get me to um that that next level. Um and it was hard. It was difficult, you know, and I didn't start off. So there were semesters where I did 18 credits and had tax season because I worked at public accounting at that point. And it was hard.
Yeah.
But I I started off by taking one class, and then I found my rhythm and found a beat that I could continue to build onto that. And so, with an accounting degree, you need 150 credits to get your CPA. And so it just seemed like a huge mountain that I was like, I'm never gonna finish. But it was those small steps each semester, and I didn't stop. I did spring, summer, fall, and until it was done. And so I graduated December 2021 with my bachelor's in accounting.
Awesome.
So
Wow.
I put that into place. I put the practice into place. And now, I'm working on different things. I'm working on getting that certification. I did apply to get my master's degree. That's new. So, yeah. So there are things I feel like doesn't change because we're constantly changing ourselves. And so really, that energy, I want to bring that energy to the people there, to the women there, that just because a setback happened, or you know things changed in your life, there's a way to achieve it. It might look differently, it might be harder, but if that's your purpose and that's what you really want to accomplish, there's a way to get it done. There's a way to get it done.
That's an amazing story. Kudos to you.
I said to Ben quietly as you were talking about 18 credits in a semester, because I didn't go to college.
That's a lot.
My senior year of high school, I was very unfocused and, went to VOTech to work on cars of all things. And so college was never
that was a dark semester. I was just trying to get it done. I was
so
like,
how many, like 18
classes.
credits?
Like a normal undergraduate student might have 15 credits in a semester.
Like a full-time. So a full-time student
that doesn't have any kids.
It's considered like 12 to 15.
Yeah.
But you're really only charged for, I think, the 12. I think it's either you don't get charged after the 12 credits. So anything you can do past that is a bonus. Okay. So I was like, give me all the extra free, especially as a non-traditional. I'm paying for this now myself. I was like, give me all the free. But it was hard. It was no joke. I didn't do it alone though. I had a tribe for sure. I had people in my corner.
That's fantastic. Well, I'm thinking about this presentation you're going to give, and I think a lot of people's journey. Everybody's journey is going to look a little different, but I think everybody's journey has these twists and turns, and often things don't look like your vision. When you first set out at 18 or whatever, coming out of high school, and things look different and change. But your message is going to resonate with people in exactly that position, and you've lived it. Kids and going back to school and making it happen. So I think this is going to be amazing for the people in attendance.
Yeah, and you touched on something, how you did it with your people, with your tribe, and one of the benefits of getting to this event, you're going to come to this event, you're going to be inspired. Karen's going to pour into you all of her greatness that she has about setting these intentional goals and developing a system of good habits around you. But I think one thing everybody could walk away with that night and it's the last bullet about the event, is a chance to build local networks.
Yes.
So because if you're going to embark on a new journey, you're going to commit to something new, it's really helpful to have people around you.
Yep.
Just a real small, minute point to drive that home. Earlier today, we're in the midst of rebranding our pillow making machine. And, we have a thing, it's like Build-A-Bear for pillows. And
that's amazing.
and we're rebranding it, we're reinvigorating it, finding some new suppliers. So I put out to my network, if you found the perfect pillow that felt right, was the right size and everything, but you had one choice of a cover, what would you pick? And then I put the 4 choices up. And so now I don't have to make this uneducated decision, nor does Ben. We're just going to get that feedback from our group, from our network. Talk about the value of your tribe as you said it. Because that's an opportunity. If everybody comes into this, their life's in chaos, and I'm sorry to keep talking, but if their life's in chaos, they don't know where they're going, they're likely not going to find their true purpose in the 2 hours there.
Correct.
But there is one definite that they can leave with, and that's building new friendship, new connection, new network. Let's dig into how somebody can walk away with that benefit for sure.
I mean, to be honest, everything that I've been able to accomplish thus far has not been without the help of another person that I've met through a chamber event, that I've, that I've met through work, or these events and workshops really give you opportunity to connect. So while you're interacting and having, this times of discussion, you might hear from somebody who's literally on your same walk, or who is just finishing up the same thing you want to do. And it really does help to have a buddy, somebody who's like, oh, I've been there, I got you here, connect with this person. And it's almost like this like web that you begin to create, because this person knows this person, and you really, that one connection just creates tenfold, and it just continues to multiply. And showing up, half the battle is just showing up to these things. And it's hard, it's uncomfortable, it's kind of awkward sometimes, but really being vulnerable and connecting with new people and really just putting yourself out there will impact your career or your profession or your whatever you're trying to build.
You shared another phrase right there, being vulnerable, right? So this isn't going to be 2 hours where everybody's looking for 120 minutes of social media content, flashy pictures, I'm winning today on this channel, I'm going to win Instagram. Like that's not at all the goal of this 2 hours, right?
No.
So that being vulnerable part, it's okay, right?
Yeah. Sometimes you're going to show up and it's ugly. It's Monday, sometimes you show up on a Monday and it's not pretty, but you do your best. And it's hard because there's a lot of things there's a lot of comparisons that want to like get in the way sometimes. But hearing other people say, oh yeah, I failed at that. Yeah, it took me like 3 times to pass that test. Yeah, I don't do it like this. I do it like this. And really seeing that we're all human and sometimes we're not all in the spirit of doing things great. And so just hearing from other people as they've walked through their journey and have been able to worked through, different scenarios so that they've been able to accomplish things. It's really helpful to hear how somebody else struggles to do the simple task, even business owners.
Right. Wait, you have struggles, Ben?
Oh, no, me? Come on. I'm not going to be vulnerable right now.
It's every day there's struggle for sure. I get the feeling here, Karen, it's been so much fun talking with you. We'll get to the full final details of the event so we can put a nice little bow on it. But I kind of get the feeling talking with you, you really get a lot of joy out of seeing people grow,
Yes.
helping people find that lane
Yes.
where their genius, their brilliance shows through. Is that fair? Is that something you enjoy doing? How do you bring that out? Tell us, maybe, if you can. I'm putting you on the spot. Have there been points in your career where you've seen that awakening, seen that opportunity arise for others that you're managing, that you're leading, that you're around?
Wow. So to me, a lot of the places where I've seen it is in that, in my senior role, I have to develop the staff. And when I am walking through, a testing step, or, whether it's a tax return, and seeing that light, right? When I was doing tax returns and I was working with the client and I'm able to explain to them, hey, this is why this happens, and putting it in layman's terms and seeing like this, like, oh wow, I understand that. I never got that. And so for me, I think it's really impactful, or and I guess it's the way I love to receive development is when someone can explain something to me in a very simple way, and there's like this light bulb that clicks. It just feels like, I don't know, it feels like you've created something in that individual. But I mean, yeah, I mean, I've been able to see staff grow, through me taking the time. What feels like sometimes is a long-winded explanation. I'm like, did they even get it? They're like, no, I got it. Thank you. So yeah.
Yeah, Karen, I have a few questions about the Professional Women's Network. That's a SCORE group. So somebody could be part of the SCORE Professional Women's Network. They can join, correct?
Yes, from what I understand, you can go to their website and you can look and you can apply. You can either be a mentor or you can look for a mentor. And
Okay,
these are
right.
people who, some of them are entrepreneurs or retired entrepreneurs. Some of them are in business and banking and all different industries. So SCORE will look to connect you with someone that aligns with what you're looking for.
Right. But you don't need to be part of the Professional Women's Network to attend this event, correct?
Correct. No, you do not
Yep.
need to. This is open to the public. So yeah.
Yep.
And where can people sign up for this event or register for the event?
So there is a
I think
link.
Chris had it up on the. There it is.
There
Yeah, it's a
should be a
bit.ly
link.
link. Yep.
But if you go to SCORE's website and look
Yep.
under events, you should be able to find the October 12th event on their website, score.org.
And it looked like, yeah, so that's score.org/Lancaster Lebanon. Go to the events tab. It's a bit.ly link, so bit.ly/PWN goals is the direct link for this event. It looks like it's $25 to attend, and you register right there on the page. It's from 6 to 8 on October 12th, which I forget what day is. It's Thursday.
Yes,
Right there on the screen. They've got a little bit of food, a little bit of beverage for you. And again, it's a $25 fee to attend. You'll get all the greatness from Karen that she's shared here on the show. You got a little dose. She's got about 4 times as much for you on Thursday night, the 12th.
There is also a surprise. Our mentors at SCORE are going to have 5 copies of Atomic Habits for y'all. So if you want a copy, if you want a chance to win a copy of the book, show up.
And I'm imagining you have to participate for a chance to win. You can't just sit back.
You can't sit back. You have to participate. Yeah.
Love it. Yeah. All right, Karen, this has been a pleasure. Your event again, Thursday, October 12th. Developing intentional goals is the focus. It's at SCORE's Professional Women's Network event on Thursday, October 12th from 6 to 8.
Yes.
All the details have been on the site, but for one last time, score.org/Lancaster-Lebanon. Go to the events tab, or using bit.ly/PWN goals will take you right there. Karen, this has been fun. Thank you for your time.
Thank you for having me.
Congrats on your success. I mean,
thank you.
Powering through and now on top of it all, going for your master's. Let's hope that all works out. I have no idea what that entails, but
a lot more work.
I know it's more work, and I know.
I don't know if I know either.
Yeah. We'll figure it out.
Karen, are you ready for our connection cocktail?
Right.
To get to know you a little bit better? I mean, I feel like we know bits and pieces. We know bits and pieces, but
I have my Stanley cup.
Well, there you go, and I got a coffee. We're ready to go. So these questions, we're going to dig deep a little bit.
Okay.
We talked in the intro about fall a little bit. This transition from summer to fall. Is there something that you love most about fall, or are you like a summer person? Like, give me all the summer and none of the fall. What are you?
I am definitely a fall person.
Okay.
Sweater weather.
Weather.
Yep. I don't know if you've seen that SNL. Probably not. The SNL skit, Sweater Weather.
Yes.
Yeah. So sweaters. My favorite drink from it's very specific. From Cake and Cup in Lidditz. It's right next to Rock Lidditz.
Yep. They
have a pumpkin cold brew. Out of this world, yo. That foam is thick and it's delicious.
so pumpkin cold brew, like,
is
what?
That coffee? Like iced coffee?
It is an iced coffee.
Iced coffee, okay.
But they have this pumpkin thick, thickness on top of that coffee. It's so delicious. So delicious.
What if they just made a cup of the pumpkin foam thickness that you like so much?
No, that would be nasty.
That wouldn't be okay. So you got to have the coffee with the.
You have to combo it. The coffee breaks it. The coffee breaks it down. It would just be okay. I mean, it's good, but yeah.
I'm a boring coffee guy. I'm just
black coffee.
You just like it black. Yeah. My husband, he likes it black and strong. Yeah.
My kids are into all that stuff. I call it 𝗥𝗘𝗚𝗜𝗧𝗘𝗥 nonsense.
Oh, 𝗥𝗘𝗚𝗜𝗧𝗘𝗥. Oh, when you go up and you or have like a dozen things on top of your coffee. Mine's is really simple though. My order is simple. It is just pumpkin cold brew. That's it. You don't have to add anything. It's just pumpkin cold brew. Right. 12
now,
hours.
Is this only available in fall?
Yes.
Pumpkin cold brew. Okay, so like it goes away at some point.
It's like devastating when it's off when you order it and they're like, I'm sorry, it's a seasonal drink. You're like, what?
You're cut off.
I feel the same way about Chick-fil-A's peach milkshake.
Oh yeah.
I told both of my sons work there, and I told them, put some of that stuff in the back of the freezer for me.
Yeah, save it.
They don't listen.
Save it for pops.
They don't listen. Anyway, all right. Next question. We're going to skip the one about sports teams. We'll leave you off the hook for that. But my question is, are you a morning bird or a night owl?
So this is also a good question. There's been some differences, like in different seasons of my life. I've been, one or the other. I was going to say, is there a mid person? Like, is there a combination? I do get a lot more done in the mornings though. I would say I am a morning person. I'm more cheery than most people in the mornings, but I could also stay up late and power through. Well, that's when I did most of my homework when I went back to school.
I was going to say, as a
18
full-time mom and a full-time student at the same time, you kind of have to burn the candle at both ends, I would think.
Yes, it was challenging, but it was. Yeah, I can do both, but not long term. Not long term. I have to pick one.
Do you need that pumpkin? What was it? Pumpkin whatever.
Pumpkin cold brew.
Pumpkin cold brew to like function in the morning. Do you need that? Is that?
Man, so I was not a coffee drinker until recently, and I think I'm addicted, y'all.
Right. So it sounds like we better move on.
Cake and Cup's fault.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, I would have said, if you would ask me a year ago, my answer would be like, no, I don't need coffee. I just go. I don't know. There's something about having that whatever, whether it's cold
Yep.
or hot in your hand, to kind of, it gives you that, I don't know, that little pep in your step in the morning.
Yep.
Yeah.
All right.
Nothing wrong with that.
So next time in Lidditz, gonna swing by
Do
Cake
it.
and Cup.
Do it.
Yep.
Swing. Let me know
So-
how you like it.
This is going deep. What's the best piece of advice you've ever been given?
Oh my goodness.
That's a tough one.
That is tough. Oh, yeah, I struggled with this one because there's just so many.
We'll edit this out. So think diplomatically, like your boss, then you want a promotion. You could just say something that they just kidding. We won't edit it, but anyhow.
No, I think something that resound like that comes into my head continually is you're on your own journey. I think the comparison trap can be, for me as an achiever, I'm like, dang it, I'm not there yet, or look at that, or and just stay in your lane, focus on your own journey. You're on your own ladder. Everybody has their own, and stay consistent. Stay consistent.
I like that.
I love that. I've heard that summed up in other words, saying comparison is the thief of joy.
Oh yeah, that's it.
Mhm.
That's
what I should have said. That's it.
Yeah, you may use that. We're going to put that nice little clip and reel. I just jotted it down. We have, this is a little mastermind, little mind share sometimes, and now that's a great point. Not compare your own journey.
Yeah.
Which goes back to what you said earlier about kind of breaking I think either I said it or you said it, but thematically it was breaking these confines, right? Like finding this purpose, finding this mission you're on, really bringing out what you do best, being in your zone. You're going to help people do that. Proud of you, happy for you to be able to do that.
Thank you.
And again, that's all going to go down Thursday, October 12th. If not for anything, connect with Karen on LinkedIn.
Yes.
We know you have a LinkedIn profile. Do that for sure. Maybe it doesn't work out to get there on the 12th, but certainly connect with Karen that way.
You can connect with her in the Cake and Cup drive-through line. Whatever.
Yeah, maybe cheers a pumpkin cold brew together. And
I drive out of the way to get my cold brew.
Yeah.
So we can drive out of the way together.
Yep. But yeah, just to wrap up again. So Thursday, October 12th, you'll have the event, not we. You'll have the event there. Where is it again? I don't know that we specifically
at the chamber
location.
It's at the Lancaster Chamber.
The Lancaster Chamber.
Yep.
Of course, we did say that.
Yep.
So at the Lancaster Chamber, Thursday the 12th of October, from 6:30 6 to 8.
Yep.
And certainly going to be a good time. So,
It'll be fun.
Yeah. So Karen, thank you so much for taking the time out of your busy day to be a part of Lancaster Connects, share your genius with our audience. We do appreciate you so much.
Thank you. This was fun. Thank you for having me.
You're welcome.
Same. Have a great
Thank
day.
you. Take care. All right.
That's great.
It was fun. Karen's a good guest. I like that. That was Karen's first podcast. I would say you'd never even know.
No, I mean,
she did a great job.
Microphone was popping.
Yeah.
I'm gonna Shure 57 or whatever Chris called it.
I was getting my kids with all the dad jokes this weekend, so I'm going to throw one more out there, or a dadism.
Okay.
That microphone was on fleek.
Well, that was like 4 years ago. No, it's
4 years ago.
7 years ago.
That's like 10 years ago, man.
Well, it shows what I know.
My youngest looked at me like, "What is that?"
Did he remember it from back then?
He was like a baby. I know, no one says it anymore. I do. I'm setting trends over here at the Gardener's Mattress and More.
Doesn't everything
podcast.
always come back around?
It does.
Like
mom jeans. Mom jeans
I
are
think
back.
Kids are like high school kids are
Mullets
all
are
grungy.
back.
Yeah, right. Mullets. Yeah.
Grungy.
Yeah, like they're the ripped jeans, the flannels.
I know
Not
ripped
grungy
jeans.
as in like dirty, but like grunge, like style.
Wait a minute. Hold the podcast. Ripped jeans weren't not the way ripped jeans are today. Ripped jeans weren't grunge. It was like the skater jeans
Oh well.
with the bigger cuffs.
Okay, I mean, yeah.
We're not that
You
far
can do
apart.
grunge any different way, many different ways.
On fleek. Valanda agrees.
Yes.
Thank you, Valanda.
Yes, yes.
I heart Valanda. Love you.
Easy on the mom jeans.
Well, no, I'm
Oh,
just saying it came back around. That's all.
Yes,
There was no
yes.
real judgment.
No,
there.
no, there was none.
Mullets are back around. My oldest is rocking a mullet.
Really?
Oh yeah, he's all about it.
Oh man,
He is all about it.
that's great. Good for him.
He's so
Heart.
he's so about it
Oh,
that
look at that.
well, that was more the skater kids, right?
The Jinko jeans.
Yeah.
Remember those?
Oh my gosh, I never had a pair of those.
You could put a whole person in your
A whole-
jeans.
just walk with
like
two,
a toddler.
walk with two people on your legs. Yeah, man.
Oh my.
But anyway, yeah, what goes around comes back around,
Yes.
and Valanda just affirmed it. On fleek is back in. Back in. My Eagles are going to be on fleek tonight.
Okay. Well, I hope you just didn't jinx them. It would be your fault.
You did this. All of Eagles
It's your
fandom.
headline tomorrow. Like
All of
the
Eagles
Connect-
fandom descends upon Gardner's mattress tomorrow with their pitchforks.
because of your ill-advised
References. Yes. Anyhow, that was a fun little segment.
It was.
It's good. It's good we don't put. It's good we save this to the end and not
Right.
and not make our guests go through it at the beginning. Like we've learned a couple things around here. Anyhow, let's land this airplane. If you want to be a guest on the show and participate in this tomfoolery, well, boy, that's an old statement. You go to LancasterCadex.com/guest, fill out the form, and we'll get it started with our team to get you on the show. I think we're booking into November at this point, and Valanda, I like it. Valanda, you got to tell me what your team is.
Well, if it's a good week, we know it's not one of them, right?
Did they all lose?
Well, I know. The one that matters losing lost. So if she
Dallas
says it's
lost.
a good week,
That's fantastic. Just fantastic. Love that. Love that score. It was just such a great Sunday for me yesterday. Did some smoking, did some stuff with the family, and then the Cowboys
smoking barbecue.
trifecta. Yeah, I'm sorry. Yeah, that should. Yeah. It's a family show,
It
Jeff.
is a family show.
No, we were just smoking barbecue ribs and sausage and chicken and things. There you go, Valanda. Fly, Eagles, fly.
You guys
Love
are about
it.
to do an Eagles chant.
We just might. We just might. I mean, if she types the E, I'll yell the A, and then we just go through. I mean, we just might have to.
Oh, she said
Commanders
that.
and Giants lost to. Oh, yeah. That's gonna be fun. Let's. I was very checked out of football except to watch the Cowboys lose.
Yeah, well,
yesterday.
That's what matters to you. Yep.
So anyhow, I kind of alluded to something special coming up here with the show in our last few minutes.
Mm-hmm.
And when I said about Eagles fandom descending upon the place. So we're announcing here soon, October, we're going to have a sponsor of the month for the show. And we're going to have various sponsors coming up and various sponsorship opportunities. And so if you're a business and you want to kind of connect to our watchers of the show here, connect with our customers here at Gardeners, just get more exposure for your business, you can do that. And one of those sponsorship opportunities is to name the studio. You have naming rights.
Yeah.
Kind of like Lincoln Financial Field. By the way, Valanda, A. You have the E, I have the A. So
you have to go back and forth. It's going to be the slowest Eagles chant of all time.
Well, but we're going to do it. Like, look, man, you just get out of here with your casual fandom.
As long as you get all the letters right, not like that video you showed last week. Oh, goodness.
Oh, yes.
You did not have to do this, Greg.
Love it. So anyway, as that plays, sponsorship one of our levels, you could name the studio, like Lincoln Financial Field, all that good stuff. So at any rate, reach out to us if that interests you. There'll be much more to follow on that. Valanda, LES, I'm going to wrap it up because we have to wrap up the show. Love that you're an Eagles fan. Thank you for tuning in. We got the Fly Eagles Fly song going. Hopefully we don't catch a content violation on that one. But that's all right. It's worth it. Juice is worth the squeeze. Ben, we'll wrap up with you doing your testimonial.
Yeah, we have a
So you have one
testimonial
now.
here for Gardner's Mattress and More, the four walls that we sit within. Gardner's Mattress and More is our business, and we help
That's right.
Lancaster wake up happy every morning. We're right across from Park City Mall on Plaza Boulevard. We got a little nifty handwritten testimonial here. This one came in from Margaret, and we always ask how our customers felt with their salesperson. In this case, it was Phil. And how did he do helping Margaret select the right mattress? She said Phil was great, gave concise answers, helpful additional info, then left me alone to relax on mattresses. I didn't feel rushed or pressured. If I had questions, Phil remained in the showroom and was easy to find. So the point of that is, I think often when you shop for something, you might feel like, oh, I don't want to talk to anybody because they're going to be with me the whole time and I'm going to be sold something and I don't want that. And they're going to pounce on you. Yeah. We're here to give you all the information we can, and we'll stay with you if you'd like us. But if you want your space and you just want to lay around on some mattresses, take a nap, we give you all the time necessary. But we're never going to make you feel like we've abandoned you and we're hiding back there in the back or the bathroom or something.
Yeah, we don't
like that.
Peek ahead around.
Right. It's not like we're waiting for you to leave or something like that. So we don't pounce, but we stay close enough so that you feel comfortable grabbing us if you have questions. So thank you, Margaret, for supporting Gardners. Thank you to all of our wonderful customers that have voted us 14 times in a row Lancaster's favorite mattress store. Yep. So thank you.
Very good. That was a fun show.
It was a fun show.
Be sure to check out Karen Thursday, October 12th, there at the Lancaster Chambers event. We've got all the details here with the show notes. You can just click over and buy your ticket. It's $25. You've got somebody who's dedicated, driven, and determined, and she's certainly carved her own path, and you'll be able to learn a lot from her, no doubt, because she's actually done it. You see it in her role there at Fulton Bank, and now she's giving back to others, which I think is so great. So
yeah, we should shout out SCORE too. SCORE is putting on this event, and SCORE is putting Karen on the stage. SCORE does amazing things for business owners, entrepreneurs, those looking to get into business or further their business. Just a wonderful organization. We've highlighted them a number of times on the show,
and we'll continue to do so.
So great event.
Very good. Well, that's episode 112. We got more connections coming up, but until the next one, we'll see you next week. Take care.